Hey guys, so today I have a review for you guys. This is going to be on the Maybelline Matte and Poreless foundation, the new foundation that just came out that everybody is raving about. I totally forgot to film an intro earlier, so this is at the end of the day. So yeah, but I'm not going to spoil anything and tell you guys how I think about it now, because you guys are going to have to watch to see how it wore throughout the day and see how I like it. So I'm not going to say anything about it now. But I just wanted to do a quick intro and say hello and let you know what this video is going to be about. If you guys want to see how it applied and how I applied it and how it worked on my skin throughout the day, then just keep watching. Okay guys, so I'm going to start out by using their new Maybelline Master Prime by Face Studio, and this is the one in Blur and Redness Control. They had a couple of other ones, I can't remember. They had two other ones. One was Blur and Illuminate, and I cannot remember the third one. And I got the Blur and Redness just because, as you can tell, I have a lot of redness in my face, like around my cheek area, my nose, my chin. My forehead doesn't have redness, but pretty much the whole rest of my face does. So I got the Blur and Redness, so I'm just gonna put this, I do think, on half of my face just to kind of see how it truly works. And it comes with like a little squeeze too. But by the way, the only thing I have on my face right now is I just cleansed my face, and I do have my Cetaphil moisturizer. So I'm just gonna take, it does have a slightly hint of green in it. I don't think you probably won't be able to see it on the camera, but let's see how far this goes. Let's see if that will do a whole half of my face. So if you guys can see, the texture is very much like a moisturizer. And let's just try to see how this works. I'm just using my fingers. You guys, I'm so sorry about my nails. I hate when I don't have my nails done, but I just took my acrylics off, and I want to give my nails a little bit of a break. So before I say anything else, let me read the back, because I didn't do that before. So it claims to visually blur tone imperfections and smooths the lines. It primes the skin to control the look of redness for an even tone start. It's lightweight, non-oily formula, and it does not clog pores. And it says you can wear it alone or under makeup to refine wear. So that's what it claims to do. So it does feel smooth. It feels very silky on my skin, which is good. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see it in the camera, probably not, but it actually has filled in my pores and like blurred out all of the pores and imperfections. And it also has taken a little bit of my redness away, and I'm talking a very slim amount, to actually almost a point where you're probably barely going to be able to tell. But we're going to see how this works throughout the day. We're going to see if this will help to make this side of my face look better with the foundation than this side does. So this is the foundation, and this is the Fit Me Matte and Poreless. This is for normal to oily skin. Now I have dry skin, but I wanted to try this for you guys because the new Dewy and Smooth one is, I think, the exact same thing as their old formula. So I wanted to try the matte one, and I can wear matte foundations. I find it's not that big of a hassle. So I'm going to try it two different ways. I'm going to try it with a beauty blender on one side of my face. So it's kind of liquidy. It's not super like runny, but it is on the thinner side. So I think for the Blur and Illuminate side, I'm going to use my little buffer brush, and I just picked a little bit up onto the brush, and we're going to see how this goes. Okay, so as you guys can tell, it definitely did even out my skin tone. It has, I would say, about a medium coverage, and that's actually what it does claim to have, is a medium coverage. And it did even out my skin really, really nicely, and it buffed in pretty well with this brush. And actually, already I am seeing that it is mattified. Real quick, once again, I didn't read you guys what it claims to do, so I'm going to read you guys that real quick. So it says it mattifies and refines pores, matches natural tone, natural seamless finish, and yeah. So I'm going to go in with a beauty blender on the other side of my face and see how it works with a beauty blender. And I like to use the side of the beauty blender. I don't know if anybody else likes to do that, but I do. I typically, though, you guys, like to use a beauty blender more with foundations anyway, so if I like it better with the beauty blender, it might just be me liking it better with the beauty blender just because I like the beauty blender more than any other application. Okay, and here is the side with the Beauty Blender. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it does give the tiniest bit more of coverage with the Beauty Blender than it does with the brush going straight onto the face. I do have more coverage on this side than this side, just by a little bit though. I do like the way that the Beauty Blender smooths it out. It smooths it out just a little bit better. And yeah, that's really the only difference I can see so far. I do like the Beauty Blender better. So I'm going to go with my Beauty Blender again, and I'm going to do it on this side though and see if I can maybe build this up to maybe more of a full coverage foundation and see how well it builds and if it is buildable. So I picked a little bit more up, and I'm going to see if I can build this coverage at all. It doesn't necessarily claim to be a buildable coverage, but I always like to see if a foundation is buildable. So I'm sure you guys can tell that it definitely is buildable. It covered up a lot more of my redness, and it looks really good. It does build up to about a full coverage if you wanted it to. I'm going to go ahead and finish off the foundation and my concealer, and I'll come back and talk to you guys about the powder. So you guys, I already set underneath my eyes, and so far from what I can tell, it's very splotchy. It transfers very easily. I'm going to see how it sets the rest of my face, and I am going to use the Fit Me powder. This isn't the matte and poreless, this is the regular powder, but I'm going to see how it will set with the rest of my face, and I'm going to use an e.l.f. flat top kabuki, and I'm just going to go over the rest of my face and set that. If you guys can tell, it is definitely matte. I do have a little bit of shine like right here. That also could be my lights. So yeah, but it is definitely a matte foundation. Okay, you guys, so far I'm gonna have to be honest with you guys. If I was not filming this video, I would take this foundation off right now. You guys cannot tell on the camera as far as I know, but it definitely is very cakey looking, one. Two, I can't even barely put my powder on without it just like coming off, and I don't swirl, I don't, I'm not doing anything, I'm not being rough. This should not transfer and move so easily, but it moves and transfers so easily, you guys. And the powder, I like the powder. I think the powder would work amazing with any other foundation, but with this foundation, although I do look very flawless from far away, because when you come up close around my nose and my forehead and like right here on my cheeks, it's like all of that foundation has just started to come off already, and it's just because I put my powder on. And I use this brush for everything. I did the same method I did that I always do when I put powder on, so I know it's not my method or the brush, it's just the foundation moves and transfers so easily that it just like any little movement at all, it just like comes off. It's like basically when I put the brush like this and I lifted it off, it took off foundation just from that, even with powder on the brush. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go and finish the rest of my makeup, do some things around the house. I was going to go on some errands, but honestly you guys, I'm not even kidding, I don't even know if I want to go out with this because it does look so bad, but we'll see. But I'm going to do some things around the house, and I'm gonna come back to you guys in a couple of hours. Like I said, as of right now, I'm not really loving it, you guys. I'm hoping as the day goes on, it's not as bad as I think it is, and it ends up looking better as the day goes on, but I don't know. So right now it is 11:57, almost 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and yeah, I will see you guys in a couple of hours. Okay guys, so it is now 2:10. So it's been a little over 2 hours since I last updated you guys, and since you guys last saw the foundation, and that was when I first applied it. You guys haven't seen it with my full face and makeup done or anything yet. So let me take a look at it. You guys, I have to get a little close up here, so first things first, on camera, it looks, from what I can see, it looks pretty good. It looks really good. It's definitely matte looking. I do have a little bit of shine on the tip of my nose. That is my highlighter, and then like on my cheeks and stuff, that's my highlighter. But when I do look up close, I do see that it has settled into a lot of my fine lines, and I don't have fine lines. I'm only 20 years old, so it's not like I am like, you know, have wrinkles or anything, but I can see like right here around my mouth, I've got it's settled into that line. Even right here, there's like this one little random fine line, like crease of foundation, and then I don't really have smile lines. Like right here, you can see them. Like, I guess I have been going like this or something, I don't know, but I can see like little lines of where it's settled in my fine lines, and I usually don't have to worry about foundation settling into fine lines because, like I said, I'm only 20 years old. I don't really have fine lines. So it has stayed on. I don't really see it wearing off anywhere. I don't have any like oil producing anywhere, but then again, I do have dry skin, but I do, with some foundations, I will get oil a little bit around my nose and like right here on my forehead as I wear the foundation. I don't see any of that yet. I still do feel like this foundation is very cakey looking. I do feel like now that I have blush and bronzer on, it doesn't look as bad and as like crepey and as dry and just look as bad as it did beforehand. It's kind of used as a distraction from how bad the foundation actually looks. Now, as far as if the side with the primer looks any better with the side than the side without the primer, I don't really think so. I can't really tell a difference. I do feel like both sides look pretty much the same. Plus, because the foundation I do feel is so cakey, I feel like I can't really get a true representation of the actual primer. So yeah, that's really the only thing I can say. I do see that it is wearing off like right here on my nose, actually a little bit, but I think that's because my nose is running for some reason today. But yeah, so I'm gonna come back in a couple more hours and let you guys know how it is doing. Okay guys, so it is now 6:26 in the evening. I think I did my last update around 2:10, so it's been about 4.5 hours. So I think this is going to be my last update because I've been wearing it for about 6 hours now, and to be honest, I just kind of want to wash it off because, yeah. So basically, what I'm seeing here is around this area of my nose, I don't know if you guys can tell, there is a little bit of oil coming out. Nothing that's like too dramatic or nothing that powder can't fix, but I am getting a little more oily on my forehead, around here, and just like on the sides of my nose. Not necessarily on the tip of my nose, a little bit, but not too much. Mainly just like right here is getting actually quite oily. Another thing I've noticed is that the creasing throughout the day has gotten a lot worse, like in my smile lines. Anything that touches my face just creates a little line. Besides the little bit of creasing and the oil, for the most part it has stayed on pretty much the same, but if I touch it too much it would come off. So that is what I'm looking like now, and I will come back to you guys at the end of the night to give you my last update. Okay guys, so it is now 9 o'clock at night. I think my last update was around 6:30. I don't know, you guys, can't remember. So it's been about 3 hours, another 3 hours, and this is going to be my final update because I just want to honestly just get this off my face. So not much has changed since my last update, but I will say it is starting to fade around my mouth area, and it has definitely gotten a lot more oily, or I've produced more oil since I last talked to you guys. Like, if you guys can see right here on my forehead, there's a lot more oil than there was the last update, and then definitely around my nose and like right here, like on my nose, you guys can definitely see the oil. So my oil has definitely come through, but I do think that's pretty good because I've had this foundation on since 12 this afternoon. And it's 9 o'clock at night and it's just started to get this oily. Now that's me with dry skin. I still do stand by the fact that I do think that this foundation is very cakey looking. I do feel like it settles in my creases. My creases are really bad around my mouth area, and I do feel that it kind of collects in certain areas, like right here. I don't know how much you guys can see, but I don't know why right here is so bad, but it just like collected all right there, and it looks awful and disgusting. And it's like crepey and cakey and ugh, all around there. It's just not cute, you guys. I mean, it's faded right here on my forehead a little bit. there. You can definitely see like almost like the redness coming through. Now, to update you guys on like the primer part of it, I don't really notice a difference, to be honest, you guys. Like, I almost feel that on this side where I actually put the primer, that the creping and the cakiness is a little bit worse than on this side where I didn't have the primer. Now, that does not mean that I will not keep on trying the primer because I really want to like it, but maybe it's just the foundation, I'm not sure, but I don't know. So my final thoughts before I end this video out is, for dry skin, I definitely wouldn't recommend it. I guess the oil of other people's skins helps the foundation not to look cakey and to like collect in certain areas, and honestly I don't know how it looks so good on other people because it just looks awful on me, you know. So if you have dry skin, I would not recommend it, but if you have oily skin, I would say why not just go ahead and try it out. So yeah, that's pretty much my update, you guys, and that's pretty much my review on the Maybelline matte and poreless foundation. I hope you guys liked this little review, and maybe the people with dry skin that, you know, wanted to try this foundation out now know that maybe they shouldn't. Hopefully this video helps someone out. This video, thumbs up if you guys want to see more first impression videos, and subscribe to my channel if you guys want to see more videos like this one, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.